There's one man who's had a front row seat to what we've uncovered in Canada's medical marijuana program. Meet Matt Murnaugh. He's proof the courts and the government know exactly what's going on.
It's the Marijuana Show, going live today from Vapor Central. How you guys out there today?
He's passionate about exposing how Health Canada is penalizing patients. He even hosts an internet radio show.
We encourage our group over here to come out and talk about medical marijuana. That's what we're going to talk about today. The RV Myrna ruling.
He's the guy behind last year's Ontario Superior Court decision that gave Health Canada a deadline to clean up the program or marijuana would be legal for everyone.
I have a court-ordered exemption allowing me to grow and possess medical marijuana. I don't have a license. I've been using medical marijuana since 1997 to treat my fibromyalgia, my scoliosis, and a tumor which causes seizures. I got caught growing medical marijuana. I spent 3 years in the Canadian court system. I spent 14 days in the Don jail, and I was ultimately exonerated by the Canadian courts, and the judge exempted me from those laws so I could treat my illness.
Yeah.
I would have done it. And he's been treating it by growing his own.
This is the only grow-up of its kind in the world. There is no other legal marijuana grow-up in the world other than something that's science or government run. This runs completely outside of any government program.
In trying to treat his own illness, he says he's been confronted with greedy doctors, black market weed, and being shut out by Health Canada.
There's a complete niche in this country, an underground niche in this country that doctors have created for themselves that is not regulated by Health Canada. When you're sick, you're prepared to do what it takes to feel better. And
if that means pay, if that means travel, if that means...
All of that. All of that. Yeah, of course. I mean, people are prepared.
They're desperate.
They're 100% desperate.
But Matt refused to play the game, refused to shop for a doctor, refused to pay hundreds for a license, and refused to stop growing the medicine that helps him. He went all the way to Ontario's Superior Court, and the court agreed he shouldn't have to.
It was like winning the Stanley Cup. It really felt like I was holding the Stanley Cup over my head. Like there's never been any experience like it. It was just unbelievable.
The Ontario Superior Court decision is a damning indictment of Canada's medical marijuana program. Further proof it's failing its patients. The court agreed the government isn't doing enough to help patients access the program. In fact, it found the laws around growing and possessing marijuana to be unconstitutional because medicinal users can be charged without being able to obtain approval. The court gave Health Canada 90 days to improve the program, or it would be legal to possess or grow marijuana for any reason. The government has appealed, and that case will be heard here in May. So Matt may be in for what could be another long fight.
You know what? You have disrespected me for the last 10 years. I couldn't get into your program. You put me in jail. You took everything I owned. You tried to ruin my life. 90 days seems like a good kick back. And I'm proud of that. I think as hard as they tried to kick me, we kicked them right back.
So, is Health Canada going to clean up its act like the court ruled it should? We wanted to ask the Federal Minister of Health, Leona Aglukkaq, about what we uncovered, about the profiting, about the trafficking. She refused. Instead, sent her parliamentary secretary, Colin Carey, to answer questions. Doctors charging upwards of $1,000 in some cases. People using their license to grow and sell marijuana on the black market. Doctors taking clinics on the road and seeing patient after patient.
Well, some of the ones that you brought to my attention today, I was certainly not aware of, but I think it's disgusting. When these abuses are taking place, they need to be investigated.
Are you surprised to hear those abuses?
I am, actually. What you're telling me I'm totally unaware of. We need to make a change. So what Health Canada is going to be doing over the next 18 to 24 months, we're going to be phasing in a new program. We're trying to make it more, if it's going to be prescribed as a drug, to treat it more like a drug.
I mean, how is it that we can find out about these abuses and Health Canada hasn't known about them?
They've not come to my attention, but I commend you on doing your research. Sometimes the way government works, we do wait for people to bring complaints and to bring issues to our attention. And as I said, I'm looking forward to seeing your full report.
Meanwhile, those in need are chasing their prescriptions down dark alleyways and through black markets. They accept pot as medicine will never be popular, but aren't willing to sit by any longer and allow Health Canada to blow smoke.
The only thing I need is the doctor just to sign it. Nobody should be making money off it.
The whole system is bogus. The system is designed not to have people get their cannabis.
It's a shame that it has come to that. It's devastating because I think that does a disservice to physicians. It does a disservice to the patients. It renders the whole program a mockery.
This is a fight between me and the government of Canada, and that's what the headspace I get into. This is a fight. This is Rocky Balboa versus Mr. T. This is, you know, UFC George St. Pierre versus Machida. This is a fight, and we're going to do it again at Court of Appeal. It's a fight.
Bring it on.
Bring it, 100%, bring it on.